Hello, everyone, and I'm back. My name is Mary. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to be doing some diamond painting and a little bit of chatting. It's Friday, and I'm really happy I got these birds done on the side. You can see that. These right here, they're little parrots, and I think they're turning out really nice. And then there's some floral down here and like a little tiki lamp right here. And there's the flame. So I started in the middle over here. And now I'm going up the side. I'm just kind of going where it takes me. And I'm finishing up this square right here. There's a lot of browns right here. And this is part of the tiki hut. So I know I said that I wasn't buying any more diamond paintings because I spent my budget for the month. But money burns a hole in my pocket sometimes. And yesterday my friends invited me to go to bingo. And I wasn't going to go, but then at the last minute I decided that I would. And I won the last game. Well, I won a game in the middle, kind of the 10th game maybe, or the 11th game, but I split it 3 ways. It was a $50 pot. So I won a few bucks, $17, I think. And then the very last game, it went for a coverall. And when it hit 60 numbers that they called, I still had 2 numbers to go. And the bingo hall was fairly crowded. And I thought somebody's going to call bingo, and they didn't. And the next 2 numbers I had on my card, and I think it was 26 and then 45. And I won by myself. I won $150. So I was like, woohoo. So I happened to be on Mercari, which is like an eBay sort of, in case y'all haven't heard of it. I used to sell on there, but I don't sell anymore. But anyway, that's another story. I ended up seeing a couple Chuck Pinson. I love Chuck Pinson. And I saw one that I've been kind of eyeing for a while on Diamond Art Club, Cottage by the Sea. And then the one next to it was Lifting You Up in Love. And it's a landscape also. It's a water scene and a man on the beach holding his baby up over his head. It's just really precious. So I sent a message to the seller and I said, I would like to get both of these. Could you give me a discount bundle? And she said, sure. What do you want to pay? So I took off about 15% of her prices, which her prices were already pretty good. I almost felt bad. And I said, it's okay if you can't do it. And she shot back and she said, sure. And so I bought both of them. And that's it. I'm not buying any more for a while. I've got to catch up with finishing these. And I don't need any more just sitting in boxes. But now I've got quite a collection of Chuck Pinson. And I'm just very excited about that. And I am going to do them, all of them. I think, okay, so I've got one on the wall. I'm working on my second one. I ordered a third one, which is, what is that one? I have this sticker. Okay, so I have Island Time finished. I'm working on Island Life. And then this one is Into the Sunset. And then that one's going to be probably the next one I do with Chuck Pinson. And then I ordered the 2 that I told you about today. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I'll have 5 Chuck Pinsons. And And one of them is for sale right now. The one Lifting You Up in Love. I think that's the name of it. That one is $78, which I got it for a fraction of that price. And they're both sealed in the box, never opened. And then the other one, Cottage by the Sea, is still showing up on Diamond Art Club, but it's not available. So I don't know if it will come available, but that one I think is a little less expensive. I think it's $61.99. But I still got that one a lot cheaper too. Actually, both of them together I got better than the price of one at Diamond Art Club. So a win-win, because eventually I think I would get them anyway. I've just really fallen in love with his artwork. The sad part is I don't have room to hang them all, and I want to enjoy them. But I was thinking, I saw on Facebook someone displaying hers, and she didn't have a lot of room in her house, but she had a upstairs, downstairs like I do, and the stairway going up to the landing and then around and then up to the second floor is exactly like my setup. And she had them displayed, her diamond paintings going up, and then on the flat wall going up the second set of steps. And I think she probably had some of them double layered, and she must have had 10 paintings in that space, which, I don't want to overdo it, but it definitely, there's some wall space there that I could take advantage of. And it's not like right in the middle of the room, or, where, when people come over, it's not like right in your face. Not that it's not worthy of being looked at, but it's kind of, around the corner and a little discreet. Took my dogs to the vet today. They did good. Toby got his nails clipped. Dottie got her anal glands, and she was a wreck though, because we were just at the vet 2 weeks ago, and I guess she thought I was going to be leaving her. So she really wanted to stay on my lap the whole time. And Toby had his happy pill this morning, so he wasn't quite as nervous. He stayed under the chair, but he wasn't fighting to get in my lap, which he usually does. He started out also on my lap, but wanted to get down, and then just sat under the chair. Now I just got to get him to eat. I told the vet that he's not really eating, and she said, "Oh my goodness, he's so skinny. He needs to eat." And I said, "Yeah," I said, "it's got to be the right time. He doesn't like to eat in the morning, and he likes to eat late at night." And she's like, "Well, whenever he's hungry, that's when we got to feed him." And she told me to keep her updated on his eating, because he is a skinny guy. I think he weighs 10 pounds. But he's a full-size Chihuahua, which, he's got the long legs and the deer face, the deer head. Dottie's squatty with short legs and like the apple head. Make sure I'm using the right. Yeah. I took a little nap when I came home with the dogs. I just was laying there looking at my phone, catching up on emails, and I just fell asleep. And then I woke up probably like 10 minutes later, but I thought, I'm just going to lay here, and I fell asleep again. And then when I did wake up, it was 3 o'clock. So I had been sleeping a good hour. And I don't ever do that. I mean, it's so rare unless I'm sick. But I guess my body needed it, just like my friend on another channel, Linda, she just fell asleep too. I think it was in the afternoon or early evening. Or no, I don't remember. Maybe it was just, I don't know. But she said that wasn't characteristic of her to do. But sometimes our bodies just need that rest. And I feel good. If I would have stayed there, I was tempted to not get up, but I thought, no, I need to get up. And I would start feeling bad, just not bad, but more groggy and tired. I needed, when I had that second wind, to get up. I took Toby out in the backyard. It's pretty hot out there, but he sniffed around and did his business and ran to the door like, let's go back in, Mom. And my neighbor next door got a new rescue dog. He drove to Tampa to get his rescue dog. It looks like a shepherd mix. Really sweet dog. Real mellow. I hear one of the dogs snoring over there. And if you hear any light music in the background, that is my video playing for my bird. Nature birds with soft music. But it's very faint. Well, it's coming upon another weekend. Here we are, Friday already. And it's going to be Mother's Day weekend. I'm half tempted, maybe tonight, to pull out my Make Market mini kit. It's I think it's a 5.9 inches square. The sunflower and the purple flowers, and kit those up. And just kind of work on those a little bit here and there. I'm going to give it a try. I really feel like pizza for dinner. I haven't had pizza in a long time. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I was good this afternoon. I had chicken tenders on top of romaine lettuce. And I think that was it. And some ranch dressing from Marie. It's a brand that our Publix carries in the produce department. It's cold. And it's, I think it's just called Marie's. And I really like that salad dressing. When I was younger, I never put salad dressing on my salads. I didn't like sauces or dressings or mayonnaise, or I didn't like any of that stuff. But as I got older, I acquired a taste for it. It's funny how our taste changes. Although we didn't use mayonnaise at home, my mom would buy the Miracle Whip. We had never even tasted mayonnaise as a kid. It was Miracle Whip. But when I moved out on my own, my roommate, a girlfriend that I knew, when she would do the grocery shopping, she would buy her mayonnaise, and I was like, ugh, I just don't like that stuff. And one day I tried it, and I was like, well, it's real lightly spread, not thick. It wasn't that bad because I didn't like Miracle Whip. My mom would put it in like egg salad and tuna and all that, and I didn't really care for it. But it's funny. Another thing we never had growing up were tacos. I didn't have a taco until I was out on my own and probably 18 or 19 years old when I got a job at a place called Taco Tico. And I remember telling my mom and dad, man, you guys need to try tacos. My mom was Italian and my dad was German, so it was meat and potatoes or spaghetti. So my dad was like, yeah, sure, bring some home. We'll try it. And I remember their face. My dad loved it. And my mom likes anything crunchy. So she liked it because I brought home the crunchy shell kind. And that was an eye-opener for my parents. They didn't do a lot of fast food because so many kids in the family, it just cost too much money. It was cheaper than to cook. They took us to McDonald's on a special occasion, but other than that, we really didn't go to restaurants or fast food places. Dairy Queen once in a while to get an ice cream cone, but not for food. So much confetti throughout this. I've been multi-placing where I can, but it's just a lot of confetti. And I'm not complaining. I like confetti. I'm going to take a sip. The more confetti you have, usually the more detail your picture is in a lot of instances. So anybody doing anything special on Mother's Day or this weekend? I'm not really doing too much. Mostly staying home. We have both of the grandkids home this weekend, so I'll be spending time with them. There's that dog party on Saturday evening, and if the weather is good, we'll be going to that. Oh, I wanted to tell you about these drills. Oh, the putty's getting stuck to the canvas. It's a very sticky canvas for being, actually, this is a very old canvas. I think it came out in 2000, what did I read? 2018, I want to say. Oh, I can't remember now. But, it was the one with all the musty smell when I took it out of the box and out of the package. I was really worried about the drills too, but amazingly, as I was opening the train, there was not one bit of static throughout the entire, how many drills? 55 colors. I didn't run into one bit of static. They just poured right out of their little plastic cellophane bags into the trays, into the little Elizabeth Ward containers. There is no static at all in these drills. I don't know what makes it so non-staticky or staticky, but I was amazed. I've always had a little bit, if not a lot. The only thing with the drills are they're a little sloppy. They have little tabs on them, a lot of them. This is how many have tabs so far. You can see that. There's quite a few, and I've only gotten, what did I say, 8? I'm on the 9th square out of 48 squares. So, yeah, I've been putting them down and then seeing that they've got the little tab and trying to stick a drill close to it, and it's not getting close to it, and I have to pick it back out and throw it in the little bin that I have there and pull out another one, because I just don't want gapping. And that's what those little hanging pieces I call tabs will do, is cause a gap because the other drill won't be able to slide in next to it close enough. So you can't win them all, but it's not like every couple of drills. It's like every 30 or 40 at the drill, I'll come across one. And they're hard to see until you get them on the canvas under the light pad, and then you see the little edge has a ripple, or not a ripple, but a little piece sticking out. Because when they're in this tray, and when 2 of them are stuck together, they're still like in the mold. Usually when I break them apart, one of them will have that little tab on it. 9 times out of 10. And sometimes the very corner will have like a little added plastic bump, or not bump, but hanging piece, just slightly. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know if these drills are resin or not. I kind of don't think they're resin drills. They do have some dimpling on the bottom. So I think that's one of the signs that if you don't have dimples on the bottom and they're very flat, that they're resin. One creator was talking about it just casually, and the subject came up. But I'm still not 100% sure of the difference and if I would recognize it. Okay, so I see a piece here that's garbage or trash, and it's just like a elongated piece of plastic. It's no shape. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of, let me pick it up with my pen. It's like a long, it's trash. So I'll put it in my container. Oh, and speaking of containers, so I used to spend a lot of time when I kitted down putting the extra drills in baggies. Well, first what I did was I had a binder, and I had a little tiny baggie for each color labeled. And then I had it in this like a baseball card type binder. And it just was like almost a chore. It was a chore to kit down and to get those drills labeled and into their own little baggie. And after I did that, I was like, I'll probably never even use them again. And I spent hours sometimes organizing it. Well, then I didn't want to throw them away. So what I would do is I would basically do that Well, I would take a baggie and I would label it what painting it was, and I would just dump them all in that baggie. So if I lost a diamond, I could go to the baggie with the name of that painting and find the drills, and then I could just sort through those colors and find the one that might have popped off and I needed to replace. And I did that for a while, but that was still kind of tedious, and I just don't like kitting down. So now what I do is I have 2 containers, and one of them is, and they both have lids. One of them is a square clear canister, and the other one is a round clear canister. And I'll dump all my square drills in the square one and all my round drills in the round one, because I didn't want to mix the squares and the rounds together. Otherwise, I would have just dumped them all in one container. But this is really no work at all. I just empty my trays when I'm done, and all of the pretty colors are in there. But, you know, if I'm missing a drill, I'll just find one that's the closest to it and get it out and replace. But I've been dry mounting my canvases, and I don't really see not doing that. I like to dry mount, even if I'm not going to hang them. I'm going to do that for storage because it seems to really lock those drills into place. And I like the look of it. I like it being on a foam board. And they're easy to store. You know, it doesn't take up and not too much more room than if you don't have them on a foam board. And so all of my paintings I'm going to probably do that way, dry mount, because it's only about $10 to $12 depending on the size. And even if it's smaller, it'll be less. But you know, I usually do medium to big size paintings, and they've been about $10 to $12 to dry mount. So that's my plan. Okay, I still have a few more 7s, not too many. And then I'm going to jump to the R's. Boy, my dogs are both snoring over there. Okay. It's still quiet in the house, and it's almost 3:45, so the kids are going to be running in from school, ready to play, and they'll be hooting and hollering. They'll be hungry. My daughter will probably take them outside when they get home to let them wear down some of the energy, let them ride their bikes, or take them down to the pool. Before dinner. I know I saw a 7 somewhere that I didn't cover. Oh, there it is. I'm going to put my finger by it so I don't lose it again. You know, you catch it in the corner of your eye, and then you go to the tray and pick up a diamond, and then you go back to look for it, and you're like, where did I see that? There's one over there. Oh, there's plastic in the way. There we go. We have benediction at church at 6 o'clock, so I am going to make it to that tonight. It's only a half an hour. And that's all I've got planned for the rest of the day. Just chilling at the house. A lot of times I think when I'm watching some of you that are creators, how nice it would be if we lived close to one another to, hang out and diamond paint and have like a little ladies' night in. I think that would be fun. I have some neighbor lady friends, but none of them are into diamond painting, and none of them really want to know about it. They've got their own thing. Actually, none of them seem to be craft minded, doing crafts. One is totally into her work. She's in the medical field. And another one's retired, but she is, I don't really know what she does during the day. I only see her out walking the dog, and I saw her this morning and we walked our dogs together. But I told her about diamond painting and she didn't really seem interested. And I'm not the pushy kind of person. I showed her a couple pictures on my phone of what I was working on. And she kind of half paid attention. Well, that's okay. I don't think we have any diamond painters in our neighborhood. I wish we did, because I would see about renting the clubhouse. We have a really nice clubhouse, and it's $25 to do a 2 or 3 hour activity. And I know that they do different things in the clubhouse. They have cards, they have pool, billiards competitions. I think they've done some painting. I think actually they've got some kind of painting class coming up. And I might think, I talked about this in my last video about doing a diamond painting party. I might just kind of get a feel for the neighbors and see if they would want to do that. Maybe get on the Facebook page for our community and ask if anybody would be interested. My goodness, I have so many canvases that I got from Temu in the last year and a half. And I just know that I will never do them. I know for a fact. Especially now that I've got these Chuck Pinson Diamond Art Club paintings and some Dreamer Designs coming. If I stopped buying right now and didn't buy another single painting, I could go through the end of the year easily and not run out. And probably next year too, for that matter. But have any of you tried doing something like that where you invited friends or family or neighbors and diamond painted together and invited people that had never diamond painted before? If you have, let me know what kind of success you had with that, or what kind of tips that you might be able to offer, because it'd be my first time doing something like that. Looking for R. I think it's in my tower. Oh, here it is. Okay, well, on that note, I think I'm going to end the video. 34 minutes, so I'm going to do the rest of the R's, which is the rest of the brown in here, and then maybe start something else. Not another diamond painting right now, but maybe fix dinner or order pizza or do something like that. And until then, I will be thinking up some content for tomorrow when I do a video, and maybe have something to show you. So until then, you guys have a blessed day, have a great weekend, and a happy Mother's Day. Bye.